Hello and welcome to Bliss School, Blue Lotus International Soul School. What is the Blue Lotus? The Blue Lotus is a flower that originated in Egypt and some places in Africa, and also they have an Asian version which grew in southern and eastern parts of Asia. It is a flower that's sometimes called the blue water lily. The Blue Lotus has some effects, and that is why it is becoming more and more popular these days, because the effects are really supportive to what right now is a lot of chronic stress. Some of these effects are: the Blue Lotus is a relaxant. Due to some of the alkaloids found in the Blue Lotus, one of the effects is that it supports the body to greatly relax. Meaning, if you're someone who's feeling a stress, even headache, or a little bit of stiffness and muscle soreness, the Blue Lotus is a wonderful way to help you relax. The second thing is, the Blue Lotus is also a dream enhancer, meaning you may find yourself feeling very sleepy and drowsy. You may also go to sleep and have some dreams, more vivid dreams than usual. Or if you're someone who dreams a lot, you may find that you actually have an amazing night sleep. For the ancient Egyptians, they journeyed with the Blue Lotus because of these effects. And this sleep effect really supported them to open from this waking hour more into the sleeping hour, meaning they could gain a lot of insights from what they usually couldn't from the unconscious mind. Another effect is it's an aphrodisiac. Now, this can really enhance our capacity to be really receptive through our senses. It can also allow for a greater sense of arousal and receptivity to touch, to the senses, to smell, to sound. It is very subtle, and yet can be quite powerful. So it also was used for beings who maybe had issues with feeling connection to their sensual and sexual self. So it can be used for any kind of disconnection from your sexual pleasure in life. Now, going back to the last thing I said, which was it's a dream flower, it can also help beings who suffer from insomnia or find it really hard to go to bed. So a cup of tea before going to sleep can also help you deeply relax. Now, another effect that it has is it can promote a great sense of awareness, meaning you may find yourself sitting in meditation suddenly and feeling very, very clear. You may also find yourself kind of more aware and more alert than usual. So also this is why it was used in ancient temples, in rites and rituals, to really enhance a sense of openness and awareness. The Blue Lotus can also invoke deep emotions, meaning the Blue Lotus grows in water. It grows in mud and water. There's a layer of mud and then there's lots of water, and its roots go down into the mud, and it kind of also grows up in water, meaning it is a watery flower. And because it is of this fluid nature, it can stimulate and open us up to feelings we didn't know we had, to emotions that suddenly arise to the surface. You may find yourself crying, you may find yourself laughing, you may find yourself experiencing something emotional that suddenly rises to the surface. This is a great flower in order to drink if you feel sometimes a little bit disconnected from yourself, from who you are, what you actually really want, and what are you actually really feeling. Now, the flower is highly intelligent, meaning it will take you where you need to go, where is the best place for your growth and your enhancement. So there is no guarantee that any of these effects will happen at any chosen time, especially not when you want it to be that way. Meaning you could maybe want to be stimulated and feel very activated, and instead you find yourself super drowsy and wanting to go to sleep. That's probably because you need to rest. You may be someone who wants to meditate and suddenly you're feeling a great sense of arousal. Enjoy this arousal too, and allow it to really connect to your state of meditative awareness through the body. The flower is deeply rooted into the mud and into the water, but it is also considered a cosmic flower, meaning it opens its petals to the sun during the day and closes its petals again when the sun goes down. Now, this opening and closing of the petals was very symbolic for the ancient Egyptians, meaning that sometimes in life we go down and we need to rest, and other times we open. It was a symbol of death and rebirth, meaning at times we go inwards and deeply retreat, and other times we go through this transformative process where we rise up and really allow ourselves to be seen and heard in the world. It was a very powerful symbol of balance between both, going in and going out, allowing ourselves at moments to go into a more inward process of allowing things to be silent and introspective, and other times allowing ourselves to really bring our gifts into the world.